All right, so real quick, man, just some real quick business advice, some life advice in general, but this is the type of advice that's going, what I'm saying, it's going to make you some money if you apply it the right way. So, you need to understand that questions are currency. The quality of the questions that you ask are what determine the level of respect that people feel comfortable giving you. The quality of the questions that you ask determine how much people will allow themselves to trust you. There are two types of trust. The first type of trust is benevolence based trust, which basically means one type of trust has to do with the other person knowing that you have good intentions. So the first type of trust is, do you have good intentions? Does this person have good intentions for me? Do they mean well? Are they an ally or a threat? That's the first type of trust. So you want to satisfy the first type of trust, which people need to trust that you have good intentions for them, in the first place. If you don't have that, then, what I'm saying, ain't no conversation happening. So the first type of trust is, do I trust your intentions? The second type of trust is, do I trust your ability? Can this person get the work done? Are they an expert? Do they know what they're talking about? Can they actually generate results for me? So two types of trust, right? I'm very good at satisfying the first type of trust, which is the good intentions. I have good intentions for myself. I have good intentions for people that I deal with. I'm very good at coming across and communicating that effectively. Where I struggled was having people trust in my ability and how I was able to close the gap and elevate myself into a position of authority was through collaborating with other professionals who knew more about what I was talking about than I did. So what that did was that raised my experience level because I was immediately able to tap in to information that I didn't possess, but my friends or my associates or my partners and team possessed. And through that collaboration, that made me stronger and that made me come across more as a professional who is strong and able to perform at a high level. And what are we talking about? We're talking about projects for businesses, consulting, marketing, design, software engineering. We're talking about projects like that. But this can apply to like anything. People got to trust that you mean well, and then people have to trust that you can do well. So, questions, going back to questions and the power of questions, questions are what enable someone to know that you have good intentions for them and you mean well. So, for example, I could walk up on a girl and I could say, damn, girl, you sexy as hell. You feel me? What's your number? You feel me? But what does that communicate about my intentions? What does that communicate about my ability to elevate that woman's life? It doesn't really communicate much. But if I walk up on a girl and I say, excuse me, I had to walk up to you and say something. You are absolutely stunning. What's your name? You know, Yada yada. What are you working on? What are you passionate about in life? What are your goals? I'm wondering how I can contribute to you. I'm wondering how I can help you become more successful. This is what I do. What do you do? If you get into a more intentional based conversation like that, it kind of just elevates, where you begin the conversation, which means that, you know, a girl who's used to so much attention, or even a business client that's used to so much attention, and everyone's trying to call them up and grab them for something, and when when you start out with the right question, it automatically determines the value of the conversation and where it's going to go. Because either the value can either, the value is going to be at this level and stay consistent at this level, or it's going to go down, But if you start the conversation down here, when the person that you're speaking to desires and values the conversation that's up here, they're not going to waste their time with you. So it's all about the opening questions that you ask. So going back to the power of questions and what questions actually are. So when you're in front of someone who's a high value person or any person, questions are like money. You're paying when you ask a question. Every time you ask a question, you are spending money. Questions are your currency. And what you're receiving in exchange for the quality of questions that you ask is more of the other person's time, whoever's in front of you. So when I continue to ask high quality questions to a business owner, they're willing to give me more time because I'm enabling them to think outside their box. I'm enabling them to think outside their current reality, and I'm able to capture their desired reality. and they're able to attach the connection that they have with me to achieving their desirable outcome and whatever they want in life and business. So that's how I lead and I guide the conversation. And I'm always educating and I'm always learning. I learn from multiple sources. I don't have just one source that I get all my information from. I have my life experience, my personal failures, my successes. I have the successes of other people who I've learned from. I don't have many friends or many associates. I could count. I could pretty count the level of associates that are the closest to me, pretty much on one demorphed hand. You know what I'm saying? Like a hand that's kind of like that. You feel me? I can count my associates like this on one hand that's deformed. You feel me? Like, I don't know if y'all seen Scary Movie or whatever. Scary Movie 2, Scary Movie 1, one of the movies. Nigga's hand was like this. I can count my associates on that motherfucker's hand. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Denzel Washington, Man of Fire, come through with a shotgun and shoot off a nigga's fingers. I can count my motherfucking associates. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all know what the fuck it is. Niggas just being funny right now and shit, man. But one of the people that I have gathered an extreme amount of knowledge from in a very short amount of time, his name is Robb Quinn. Robbquin. And let me see if we can get that caption. I'm just trying to line. This is this dude right here. I'm gonna let him talk for you guys for a little bit. But I just want to make sure that, yeah, this guy right here, Robb Quinn, this guy is absolutely fucking awesome, man. Let me see. Okay, let's hear him talk for a little bit.
What they've been doing for however long. Okay, you don't care who they've been working with because you're better. Okay, who they are affiliated with does not matter to you. You need to walk in with confidence because confidence closes, and you need to walk in knowing that you have the absolute best solution for them, period, hands down, end of story, done. Okay, so this does not matter. This is an irrelevant filler question that's only going to dig you a hole. Don't ask it again. Can I get an amen? Can I get a hashtag amen? Is everyone on this not going to say this again? Who are you working with now? Save yourself the trouble. Don't ask. Okay? Honestly, I'm not even giving you an alternative to this because this is just a really shitty question. All right? Just don't ask it. It's irrelevant. This is a non-issue. You're number one. You're number one, period. End of story. So how long have you been, no, I've never worked with your type of company before. Don't say it, even if it's true. Here's why. Facebook Live and Chill. Who wrote that? That's hilarious. I wish I could see it, but I can't because for some reason Facebook doesn't want me to. I can't see who did that. It's lagging so badly. Come on. First of all, if you guys are watching me and chilling at home, you got good taste, okay? Let me just say that. You've got good taste. All right, so let me go ahead and move this over here, move this back over here. Okay, we're back in business. All right, so let me scroll down here. So I've never worked with your type of company before. It's irrelevant. Don't ask it. Here's why. You want to be able to let them know that it's not the types of company that make you successful. It's the concepts. So they come back and they say to you, hey, have you worked with a dentist before? Here's how you're going to respond. Oh, great question, Mr. Customer. Always agree with them first to level the playing field. You want to let them know that what they're saying is relevant, important, and accurate. Say, hey, great question, Mr. Customer or Mr. Dentist. I 100% have not. But that being said, we have applied the same concepts to multiple industries. And what that's allowed us to do is to stay consistent with the level of results we've been able to show. Does that make sense? Or would you like me to go into more detail? Because what you're doing now is not only did you explain to them that what they're thinking, you raised their level of thinking, because what they were thinking is that you need to have already worked with someone in their industry to be successful in their industry. But what you've done is raise their level of thinking to help them understand the psychology and concept of what you do, that gets you the results that you're able to execute on, okay? Because platforms change. Platforms change. I've never used BeLive. I've always used Zoom. And before I used Zoom, I've used Join Me, okay? Platforms change, but guess what doesn't? The psychology behind how you use them, okay? So you guys just need to make sure your customer understands that it's not about working with other people. It's about the concepts you've been able to master and execute, and you've been able to migrate those concepts to other industries to deliver similar results. Does that make sense, Mr. Customer? Bam, overcame. Easy one. Okay, next one here. No, I don't have any video testimonials. Guys, do not shoot your.
Yo, so Robb Quinn, again, the name is Robb Quinn, RobbQuinn. Man, the quality of his content is super accurate, super high level, super precise, and it's so fucking pure, authentic, raw, honest, and fucking real. That motherfucker's a real ass motherfucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? You need to follow that nigga's channel and hit the motherfucking bell. You feel me? Follow Robb Quinn, subscribe to him if you want to level up your consultative sales knowledge, and if you ultimately want to master the art of having a conversation that is going to net you profit, net you revenue, and create high value relationships for yourself and others. Remember, like, your success in life is going to come from the conversations that you have. We walk past these million dollar businesses every day, or these businesses that have the potential to become multi-million-dollar businesses. You have the ability to help them. You need to know how to have the conversation and make the other person feel comfortable with you. And Robb Quinn is one of the channels that I follow very closely to master the art of having that conversation, right? Because a community is unified through communication. You know what I'm saying? So communication and unity creates a community. You know what I'm saying? You're unified through how you speak and what you speak about. And, Robb Quinn, he gives you the types of questions that you should be asking, and where how you can find holes in someone's business to where you can add value and inject value. And he also prepares you for the questions that people have for you and how to answer them. Because a lot of times, we'll have, we'll be doing good in terms of having the right questions to ask, but we don't know how to respond to questions that are being asked of us. And we need to know how to respond in a way that also communicates trust and confidence, that we have the right intentions, and then also we have a high level of ability to do the work. And so this is going to be short. You know what I'm saying? Peace, prosperity, and progression to the family. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop having basic conversations. You know what I'm saying? Treat your life like a business, because it is. You know what I'm saying? Follow Robb Quinn. Stay updated with his content. You know what I'm saying? Look at his old videos, man. This dude's a father. He's not fucking around. You know what I'm saying? He's young doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? One of the businesses I was talking to the other day, this guy's 28 years old, owns 3 restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Got into the restaurant industry at 21. You know what I'm saying? Moved here from Turkey. You feel me? Had to fight to get out of Turkey, because they're not letting people out of Turkey unless you have something productive going on, because they don't just want to let anybody into America. You know what I'm saying? From overseas like that. So they want to know, like, man, you have a business. What do you plan to do? So it's mostly entrepreneurs coming over here from overseas. And then these entrepreneurs are fighting for a position in the U.S. to build their empires so that they can get their other partners. And, so everyone's taking care of each other. So find your fucking squad, find your partners, link up, and make yourself findable to the people that want to take care of you. Like, let's take care of each other. Like, let's figure out what each other's skills are and what skills we're working on developing. You know what I'm saying? And let's encourage the development of our skill sets on a continuous basis. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in enormous quantities to multiple sources on a continuous basis. So let's get it, man, and let's level up. You feel me? And that's what it is, man. And peace to the family.